Welcome everybody to the Collins and Andy show. Yay! Well, you can call me Sean today because I've had a haircut. Today we're going to cover part of OConnect because there's so much to cover. So, Collins, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here again. I hope you guys are all ready to get at least the info on OConnect. So we'll be talking about OConnect today, but just a bit because it's massive product. So Andy, do you want to say something?
Okay, so yeah, you start. You give us some features, and I'll run through how it works for businesses and what have you.
Yeah, so let's look at OConnect. What is OConnect? We know OConnect is a video and audio conferencing platform, built by OnPassive. So it's one of the products, within OnPassive ecosystem. It's one of the best. We talk about the best video and audio conferencing powered by AI. Madi Digamo always like to use a term that it is the octopus, the head of the octopus within OnPassive ecosystem. Now let's look at OConnect. Why OConnect at this time? So we know OConnect already have, the admin administration panel, called it admin panel. So this admin panel consists of dashboard, consists of webinars, menu, my contact, my archives, calendars. These are the menus that are all within the framework of the administration panel. So as an admin, I have the right, I have the control to manage all the meetings within. So the panel is really beautiful. For those who use OConnect, you look at the panel, it's so beautiful because if you look at the dashboard, it gives you a total analysis of the meetings that you've run, the current meeting, the meeting that you've already, the meeting that you've already scheduled. You have the recurrent meeting and meeting that have already been completed. It gives you an overview month by month to tell you, break it down by month. So each meeting you've run, break down in month, years, total number of participants, how many meetings you've run on that particular month over the course of the year in a nice and beautiful way where you can just see it in one glance. And then you have like the chart. So it's represented in a bar chart or in a pie chart. And you can see the total number of meetings you've canceled within the dashboard. So Andy, do you want to talk what dashboard will do, especially when it comes to the benefit of the dashboard?
Well, you mentioned the point here about being able to understand how many webinars you've done and which ones were cancelled and what have you. One of the interesting parts about OConnect is that there's likely to be a pricing structure dependent upon the number of attendees that you want to have. So obviously we know that the other platform that we've been using maxes out at 20,000. So if we have this unlimited opportunity and the companies don't actually use it and they will be able to see it month on month, instead of having to pay for the unlimited service, it will actually end up being pro rata. So that's going to save you money. So if, for instance, in 1 month you don't do any large webinars at all, you're going to just pay a minimum cost for an enterprise unlimited value because you've not used it. So instead of just paying a flat rate like you do with the others, you're just going to pay this lower rate from the number of times that you have used it and for the participants that you've taken on board.
Yeah, Andy, that's rightly said, because the overview gives you a total control of your meetings, your meeting rooms and stuff. And now we're looking about the webinars. Though we call it webinars, we know it's audio, video, and you can create a webinar and a conference. So you have the webinar platform and the conference platform. So let's look at the two. So why webinar platform and why conference platform? Because when you're creating a webinar, you have the ability to choose which one you are creating. So for conference, what do you think will happen, Andy? And for webinars, who are those who will use webinars and who are those who will use conference? How is it structured?
This is an interesting one. So let's do the conference one for a moment. we know that we've done a deal with the UAE government regarding the opportunities that we have available within On Passive, and they're going to use OConnect for their conferences, and that can include a number of different things, whether it be a business seminar and you've got attendees from around the globe being able to be on OConnect and listen into what's going on, bearing in mind we've got, you know, the noise reduction at the brilliant, but also things like concerts. You know, if you they had recently, when they opened the Royal Atlantis in Dubai, they had Beyonce on stage. Now, wouldn't it have been wonderful to be able to have OConnect going, where people can come on, pay a small fee to get connected, and actually watch the concert? So that's the kind of the conference side of things. Now, the other side is obviously the webinar, which we use all the time. So let's put it to a major company. I'm not going to mention any names, but I've got one particular company that I've spoken to, one of their managing directors. And this guy said they have 100,000 staff around the globe, many of which want to be on the call, but can't because they don't understand English. Yeah. But, and I'm going to say this anyway because it's one of the benefits, we've got this auto translation that's going to come in to automatically translate into 57 different languages. Phenomenal. So what does that do for this company? It means not only can they have 100,000 people on the call, it also means that every single person around the globe would be able to understand what is going on. Now that in itself is phenomenal. And the guy said, I want it now. So, you know, this is an incredible system in comparison to what is available today. You know, the limitations of what else is on the market today are too many to mention. Right, next benefit. On you go, Collins.
Yes. So let's look at the limitations. So we know you can have your contacts. Yes. We know about the calendars. You can plan your meeting. So do you think there's any benefit for us to have calendar in the audio and video conferencing platform? Do you think there's any benefit?
Oh, absolutely. Andy? Absolutely. Let's look at a company perspective. You know, you can put it on a system whereby everybody knows it. They're all on OMail Pro. They're all on OMail Pro, and they get a ping and it goes straight into their calendar. They've got a meeting, bang. And it's at a, you know, set up. It's designed, everybody gets the invite because they're on the system. And you know, so it's automatically in 100,000 people's email and calendar. Now, how cool is that? How simple and easy is that? Because it's all integrated, all done.
Yeah, that's really cool, Andy. It's really, really cool. So there are lots of features now within OConnect. You know, it is the best. We already know it is the best. It's the only video conferencing platform with more features ever. And we're talking about unlimited. There is no limitation of OConnect because it can take as many attendee participants as possible. And you know, Ms. Ash have already said, and we've tested it. The last one we had was how many? Almost 100,000+ participants. You know, what do you think it will bring because of the limit, the number of participants per session? You know, of OConnect, because we're talking about concurrency. So concurrency means we can have millions of meetings or billions of meetings running. Unlimited concurrency means millions or billions of meetings running simultaneously. And then in one meeting is still unlimited, means there is no limit of the numbers of participants on one meeting per session. So what do you think it will bring? Now, when we look at the global world now.
Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say there is a multi-level marketing company that wants to do a conference, wants to show off their products, showcase their products, show videos online. So they send invites out to 5 million people, and 5 million people want to be on this call and want to see what's going on. Now, on this call, they can all watch the conference, watch what's going on stage, see the videos, watch the videos. And by the way, there's a call to action button in there as well. What do you think this is going to do for a company like that? Again, take it one stage further. What about a comedian? Now, we had COVID, so these guys weren't able to get on stage and have an audience. Why not do an O Connect call with 1 billion people on the call and charge them 50 cents a ticket? You know, the opportunities are endless with this particular setup. It is phenomenal.
Yes, Andy, because it was built with the customers or the people, you know, from onset. So Ash just look at the world and say, let me just give them something. Why not unlimited? Why not this? So let's look at the features now. We're talking about the first feature we want to touch on is presentation. So what do you think presentation feature will do, especially for the global market?
Okay, so we know, for instance, that when you're talking, you know, they have these lecterns in the news, so the newscasters read something that's going down the screen, but they don't take their eyes off the camera. This is exactly what we've got, an opportunity where we can do a presentation. I can talk to you as if I'm reading a script. Well, I am, but no one else can see it. How cool is that? I mean, again, look at it from a company perspective. If a company wants to do a particular presentation on a new product that they're releasing worldwide, and they've got it in front of them, how professional does that look?
That would be beautiful. I think the United Nations will use it. Because most of the time they just hold...
let's take it one stage further. The governments, the United Nations, every single major organization, charity, etc., should use this. And why should they use this? Because of security. We know that the other platforms don't have the same security we have. We already covered this with the other platform that we've been using has had security issues since it was launched. Yeah. You haven't got that with ours.
Yeah. So now let's look at video sharing. You know, you can share video on your platform, a YouTube video, and so you have like a meeting number of people. You just say, you know what, I've been talking about this. Let me just share it. What do you think? Even the video, you know, the sharpness and the brightness of video is about 8D. So tell us what you think it would do for the market, Andy.
Again, it's all about presentation. It's all about professionalism. So if you've got a system that you can put a video on that showcases your product, and you've got 1 million people on the call, how many people do you think will be able to sign up? Now, you see these videos online that are sales videos that are long-winded, and they give you little lovely little pictures and what have you. Now, if you could create that using O Connect, record it and be able to offer that, not only do you save money, but you've done a professional job, because all of the little bits and pieces that you've included in the presentation, your speech for a start, and the videos that you edit into the system or put into the system that are HD quality, how many sales are you going to make?
That would be massive, Andy.
I mean, just think about, let's take a small sports shop for argument's sake, or a clothes shop, and every day the clothes shop does a minute, you know, video on O Connect and says, by the way, we've got this wonderful dress, it's on offer at the moment, come down to our store at such and such. You can use it for whatever size you like, small, large, it doesn't matter. But you've got this call to action button that will help people take you to a sales funnel that says, bang, I'm signing up.
Yeah, that's true. Call to action is one of the features I wanted to talk. Before we come to that, let's look at poll where you can create questionnaire, like multiple choice, and then launch it, share it in the screen. What do you think the poll action function will do, especially when it comes to other businesses?
Okay, so again, let's look at a business, and a business has got 2 options with their next launch, for argument's sake. So they put a survey together and ask what the employees think. Now, the employees are now part of that decision-making process, and they can see what the percentages are for and against, or for this idea and for that idea. Again, this is what you're doing, is you're bringing the employees into your company and making them partner with you, and they feel like they're being part of you, so the company grows. It's like the guy that said, I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a bonus every year based on what the company can save. And do you know what? The last person that walks out of the office makes sure the lights are off and the door is locked. It's exactly the same with this situation.
Yeah, so it's just an instant question to just know the way people behave, isn't it, about a particular action. So you're asking them to, all right, do you like this? Tell me, what is this? And just questionnaire, instant question. And this is one of the most powerful feature we have in O Connect. Now, you've already talked about call to action. Now, let's look at that push a link. So you're having a meeting, instead of tell people go to Dropbox or go to share folder, go here, and you already know that after leaving that meeting, how many people will go to the location you've told them. Why not push the link straight so they can click on that link and action or read it, and then you guys can just do the presentation or talk about it straight away, and everybody has a clear understanding before leaving. What do you think it will do?
Again, this is all about professionalism and sales. If you're a company looking to promote your goods and services, and you've got a call to action button with people that have been on the call with you that you've managed to invite, take a crypto company, for instance. A crypto company does a presentation and they've got all of these people that have been invited, and they come along and they listen in, they go, oh, that's really interesting. Actually, yes, I want to be part of that. How do I go about it? But you've got a call to action button. Bang, there you go. They're part of your group. The sales opportunities with O Connect are beyond belief, Collins. They really are.
Now let's look at this feature. We know there's a lot, and we'll still come back again to talk about more. So let's look at Teams. Look at the background. We're sitting here, Andy. Look at the background. It is dark. We cannot change it, right? Sometimes it's just too boring. But what if you have a system where you can change the background? Sometimes you put a flowery one, a beautiful background. What do you think it will do for the business atmosphere?
Again, you can aim this towards what your business is. So if you're a florist and you've got a background of flowers and fields and what have you, the customers look at that and go, wow, this is fantastic. If you're an AI driven company like we are, you get to see things like this. Yeah. And they go, oh, it's AI and it's lovely. Everything is designed in such a way that you can take advantage of it. So let's say there's a small company, and it's somebody's birthday. There's a celebrate. Let's celebrate. All of this brings everybody together. It makes people work harder. It gives the companies an opportunity to be able to show their employees that they do care. It's just little things.
Yeah.
Little things make a lot.
Yeah. And Andy, we look at the last one, then we'll see if we can go more, because there's too many features, and we said we should break it down today. So let's look at the background music, background BGM. We have it. So you have a lot of options, background music options. What do you think this will do? What benefit do you think is bringing to the video and audio conferencing platform?
Again, sometimes you go live and you're sitting there waiting, and the room's empty. There's no music, there's no sound. You go, am I connected? Not quite sure about that. But if there's music in the background, and every so often, there's a little a speech that says, we will be with you shortly, or please hang on, this type of scenario. Again, it just helps the whole system. The whole thing helps companies get people's attention. And that is the key for any sales company. That's the key. You've got to get people's attention. So, but I love the background music. Admittedly, some of the songs are not my cup of tea, but they are fabulous. So you can add things. You can, brilliant.
So yes, that's really good. Andy, do you have anything to say about O Connect? I know we'll break it into two parts, and then we'll have next session again where we will come again with more and more features to to the founders, just
Yeah, guys,
to tell them what they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. OConnect is that big. We're going to do a couple, as Collins has quite rightly said. So today's 20 minutes odd. What we want from you guys is we want questions. So if you've got questions about OConnect, you're not sure of how it works, you're not sure of what the features are, ask and we'll cover them. Now, moving forward, we'll do another OConnect as we've said. And after that, what we're going to do is go back to OMail and do a Q&A session. So that should be next Thursday and OConnect next Tuesday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're hoping to do on a regular basis. And as I said, next Tuesday will be another one on OConnect. And next Thursday, we'll then have a Q&A session on OMail only, OMail. So if you've got questions about OMail, please let us know. Send us a message on Facebook or on YouTube and what have you, and we'll get to as many as we can. And again, put your comments in there and we'll read these questions out. Thanks, guys, for coming. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of that. And we shall see you next Tuesday.
See you guys. Nice to be here. Talk about OConnect again on Tuesday. Come with your questions on OConnect.
Excellent. Cheers, guys.